Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Defense not budging. He's still... A 2 to the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50, 3rd and long. On any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
They'll immediately call timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. They'll go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the...
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the missed connection on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Turning it on! Inside the 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, SMU! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense out of the field to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air, it's Van Buren. This time it's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Brought down at the 33-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Riley. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery, and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Quick completion on the out. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the the money. You just have to make that catch.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
At the 31. Now, a 4th down.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
SMU 7.
They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Wants to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clay. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Gain of 1. It's now 2nd and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown Mustangs! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Just down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the midfield. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Good enough.
Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Might be looking to run. Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air. It's Van Buren. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Fires on the move. Intercepted to stop the threat. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Looking for room. It's Clay. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires left. He's got it. There he goes. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Still on his feet at the 35. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Under fire. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll take the deep shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. Caught, goes to the marker, it's Clay. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Trying to take it back. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. And the timing just a hair off.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to...
He's going to let it go. Picked off to stop the threat. Got some room to run. Smashes through the tackle.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the run, it's Riley. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Defense wants to bring the heat. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut...
Touchdown LSU! And that one will give him the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. play action on first down. Using his feet to buy time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. That's caught, it's Poe. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Defense in press coverage. They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Off play action. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Right on the money. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Offense, quick tempo. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Shoots it to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Snagged in the middle. It's Poe. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
On the run, it's Riley. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
Here we go, here we go.
Might as well give it to him again. Hard running there. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.